Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday night, March 22nd, 2016 for our Director Bound program. Tonight I'm Christina Epperson. I am a director with the Pampered Chef. I have been with the company for almost 5 years and a director for 4 of those. Just a little background so you know who's talking to you. And tonight we're going to be talking about how to book at shows. How many of you, give me a thumbs up if you could use this class? Yay! All right, good. Okay, so booking at shows. Before we start that, I did want to just take a minute by a show of hands and let me know. On our call 2 weeks ago, Bobby Lynn gave a challenge to pass out 10 mini catalogs a week and actually let people know that it is your job to give away 10 of these. By a show of hands, how many of you did that? Am I the only one? Oh, Tiffany did one. Okay. Okay.
I gave out a couple.
Someone had a question?
I said I gave out a couple, and I have a few ready to be mailed. I don't know that I did all 10, but
okay. Well, that whole practice is just getting you used to talking to people when you're out and about. So it kind of helps you to get out of your comfort zone. So I want you to continue that. If you can't do 10 a week, try to do 5. That gives you 1 a day.
Okay.
And then be able to move forward from there. Okay, so those of you who did pass out a mini catalog or 2, does someone want to share how that went? Maybe put Tiffany on the spot because I know how hers went. You have to unmute if you're going to tell us. I know you're eating.
Yeah, it's dinner time in California. So I had gone to a doctor's appointment, and I'm very uncomfortable usually with bringing up, I'm not sure how to work a Pampered Chef into a conversation. And I was talking with the nurse, and she's taking my blood pressure. I noticed a picture in her cubicle of her family against some really pretty mountains, and I asked, where did your family go? And she was talking about this trip she went to Alaska with her family, and how much fun it was, but it was the only time to be able to do it because it was so expensive. And in my head it clicked, hey, vacations with Pampered Chef and earning them, and so I started sharing that with her about how I'm trying to earn a vacation, and I worked with Pampered Chef, and I was familiar with it, and she wasn't, so it just worked into here's our catalog. If you want, I can get you some more information with your. Someone might be awake. But that's just how it kind of was able to work into the conversation. And yeah, that's how I did it.
And you got her contact info to follow up.
Yes.
So that's what we're always looking for. So you want to make sure that you're planting the seed, that you talk to them, and that you're able to take that information with you when you leave, which is always good. So thank you, Tiffany. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about how to do your booking at shows. And for all of you new consultants, like within the last few months, you should have gotten these cards in your new consultant kit. Now, you might not have opened them because they are sealed. Hey, Ashley's family. Because they might have been sealed in with the Chipotle chicken nacho dip. So they came with all of these. So if you thought it was just recipe cards, you might not have opened them. So if you have these and you have not opened them, please do. Because what it has in here, aside from all of your great station cards for this Chipotle chicken nacho dip, it has this cooking show outline. If you do not have this or it did not come in your new consultant kit, you can do a search on Consultant's Corner for cooking party outline, and it will come right up. Now, the cards that you can get are a 5x7 laminated. You can print these yourself from Consultant's Corner and laminate them yourself so you have all the word choices. But your whole, your job at your shows is really, I always say it's to do your job at your show. And your job at your show is to book more parties and also add to your team. So we'll get to recruiting later, but one of the fun things I always hear is, there's a recruit at every show. Is there a recruiter? So that's meaning you. Are you there letting people know about Pampered Chef? Because you want to be adding to your teams. But what this is doing here is it's walking you through how to talk about booking shows throughout your entire show. So one of the things that it has here is, of course, your introduction. So that's your first card here. It's your introduction, and you want to plant that seed at the very beginning. So this is one that you can write down. You can print off this card and use it in what Pampered Chef is calling your group hello. And it says, throughout the party, you'll probably fall in love with several products, and you may even start to wonder how much you can make doing what I do. When this happens, let's chat. We have options for you to get more products, earn great money, and party every time you work like I do. So it's just a quick sentence or two that you can mention, you know, and of course, make that sentence something that you'll actually be able to say and do and where it's natural for you. This might sound kind of canned when you're first doing it. The more you say it, the more it becomes yours, and you can change the wording around. But as you are doing your group hello, and you tell people who you are, and you tell them why you're here, and you thank them for coming, you want to quickly mention to them about doing, you know, about what it, as I throw my cards, about hosting, you know, their own kind of party. Now, for me personally, I always, do you guys have that booking and recruiting, this big thing? Do you have this? If you do not have this, I would encourage you to get this booking and recruiting slide. This makes it a lot of fun, and I'm going to back up and pretend I'm Vanna White. You have to ignore the fact that I'm in my yoga pants. Oh, you can't see them. I'm good. Okay, so can you still hear me? Yeah, okay. So at my show, I always start off with a thank you to my host for having me there. And I always say, now really quickly, I want to show you guys all the fun that you get when you decide to host a party of your own. And I always do it exactly like this. So feel free to pretend you're me. And I always say, and I like to be Vanna White. So when I throw this guy out here, I want oohs and ahs. And so I'll say, do we need to do a practice run? And they're usually like, no. So I'll whip it out. And they'll go,
ooh, ah.
Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so oohs and ahs. And I say, so we love to pamper our hosts, and we never want our hosts to pay full price for anything. So feel free to buy everything on your wish list, because the more you buy, the more Kathy gets for free, and she won't mind at all what you buy. As a host, you can get up to 5 items or sets in the catalog at 50% off, plus save up to 30% on your personal order, plus 10% for an entire year. That includes the items that are already up to 80% off on my outlet. Every month, there's a different monthly host special at 60% off. So if you have some things on your favorites list, we can get them for you on sale that way. And the bonus is, for each and every one of you that has me and my products in your home, Kathy is going to get an extra bonus of a 50% off item or set of her choice. So that's always a lot of fun. So just be thinking about who's going to be hosting that next party. And then I always say, and you get me. And I pose just like this, and I wait for them all to laugh like you're doing. Because I say, oh, trust me, we're going to have a lot of fun. But you can ooh and ah, that's totally fine. So so that's something, I plant that seed at the very beginning of my show, because I want them to know right away I've got their attention. I want them to know I'm looking for shows to book. So so then you want to also, so then that's in your group hello. You want to talk to them about booking. As you are working throughout your show, you want to be weaving in those booking messages. I always, and you guys can say yes or no, I always have people at my shows that say, oh my gosh, I love that manual food processor. Did you happen to bring it tonight? And if I didn't bring it, which is not the norm because I think I use it at every show, but if they're asking for a product I don't have at my show, because I only take the products I need for the recipes we're making, I don't bring my entire kitchen because that makes my job look too hard. Make it easy. Bring what you need for the recipes. Don't bring everything you own, Pampered Chef, because then when people ask you, hey, do you happen to have that simple slicer? That thing looks really fun. And if I'm not using it in a recipe, I say, you know what? I only bring the recipes, the ingredients that are products, whatever. I only bring the products that I need for the recipes we're making tonight, but I'll be sure to bring that at your show. Quick tip, just like that, I'm going to bring it to their show. So now they're thinking, oh, I'm going to have a show. They might not be thinking that, but I'm planting that seed. So, so then throughout the show, as you're talking to people, you can let them know. It's telling you here to split up into stations. Like here in this scenario, when they're using they're doing the Chipotle chicken nacho dip, they have station 3 that's using the manual food processor. And she's actually bringing everyone over to talk about the manual food processor all together. So she says, now I know everyone over here is having so much fun at their stations, but let me stop you for just a second to show you what's happening over here. This team is using our manual food processor to chop green onions and cilantro. There are so many reasons to love our manual food processor. I call it Manny. Manny is my kitchen assistant. So my manual food processor is not called an MFP like this card says. His name is Manny, and he's my helper in the kitchen. But so I would say everyone loves Manny. So if you write that on your order form, I'm totally gonna know what you're talking about. But this product does it all: baby food, applesauce, pesto, dips, egg salad, chicken salad, smoothies for two. Yes, I even said smoothies for two. It also does salsas, crushed cookies for ice cream sundaes. There are so many possibilities, you will never have to put it away. It's already a steal at full price, but let's chat later about you hosting your own party where you can get it for free. So it's somewhere in the middle of the show as she's working with the guests, she's mentioning about getting products for free. So kind of goes through all of that stuff, has them working on it. But then there's a really fun booking seed that she says, you know, keep in mind that if your heart says one thing and your wallet says another, you can let me know. I have a few options I can tell you about for stocking your kitchen for less. Now that option could be hosting a party because you want to get them free stuff for their kitchen. That option could also be joining your team to give them free products for their kitchen. But when you're planting that seed and you keep sprinkling it throughout your show, it kind of works out really, really well. Okay, so then kind of work on how you can weave that in and out through your shows when you think through what's going on at your party and you have them set up into stations and you have people that are working and they're having a fun time. You can say, oh my gosh, we're having so much fun. Okay, what are we making at the next party? And start planting that seed early on, because then they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm totally doing one of these. If you are, I'm going to sidebar for a minute. If you are having trouble, I'm going to sneak over here, getting bookings at your show, you can take a little bag, just a little Dollar Tree bag, throw a seasoning in it. It doesn't matter what it is, something small. Put tissue paper outside and then put sticky notes on the front. So if you know that you want to book 2 shows from this party, and we'll get to why 2 shows is important here in a minute, put 2 sticky notes with your available dates. And at the beginning of your show, say something along the lines of, I have a little extra goodie for our host when we have the 2 parties, you know, we have these 2 dates that are taken. So if at any point in time you decide that you want to host your own party, just come up and grab one of these sticky notes. And then we'll set your date at the end. And once both sticky notes are gone, the host is going to get this extra gift as a thank you for her friends hosting a party for her. So that's one way to kind of help to give a visual to it. And then Pampered Chef talks about a confident close. So you're going to be talking about booking at your group hello, which is at the very beginning of your party. You're going to be planting that seed throughout your entire show, so that way you're getting them thinking about booking their own party. And then you're also going to talk to them. Do you guys do the shop and share? Do I have a lot of virtual party people on here or actual party people? Lisa, you do the shop and share at your shows? No, you're virtual? Does anyone do the shop and share? I do. Okay, the shop and share works like this. It goes, okay, so once they've done I do a station style show where they are working and I'm not. Because then I say, isn't my job so easy? You guys did all the work. But I do have them do all the work, because then it does take a lot of pressure off of us consultants to have to know everything. We don't have to know as much about the products, even though it's important to know your products, because the more you know about them, the easier you can sell them. But let's say you're brand new and you don't have a clue what to do or say. Totally fine. They can figure out the products and you can figure it out with them, and that's okay. But after they're all done cooking and using the products and the food's cooking in the oven, or maybe one recipe's done and they're eating it, you can do this thing that's called a shop and share, where you're asking them what they loved, about what products they loved using, what did they try tonight that they haven't used before. And then what that's doing is it's giving your guests an opportunity to talk and sell your products for you. Because in their eyes, we're the salespeople. Even if we're friends and whatever, we're the salespeople. So of course we're going to try to sell them everything. But when their friend says, oh my gosh, that manual food processor was fantastic. Did you see how it chopped up that onion? That was like crazy fast. Then everyone's going to go, oh my gosh, she's right. That thing was awesome. And before you know it, that one guest has sold 3 manual food processors for you, and you didn't even know that they loved it. So that's a shop and share, where they're able to share what they used that they liked, maybe share what they have used that they didn't know that they could use it before, something that they already love in their kitchen, whatever. And then that's when you kind of plant that seed in there. If someone goes, oh, but that manual food processor is $53. I can't afford that. I would chime in and say, you know, my average host earns about $115 in free. It might be something to think about. Move right on to the next person, because you're going to plant that throughout the whole thing. So at the very end, in this fun little card, and again, you can find these on Consultants Corner if you just type in Cooking Party Outline on the search bar on Consultants Corner. There is a little thing here. It's called the Checkout Chat section, where it says, you know, where you talk about hosting. You know, I really enjoyed watching you whip up the Chipotle chicken nacho dip tonight. You seem to really fall in love with that manual food processor. I'd love to help you get your own Manny for free. Again, I changed MFP to Manny because I don't call it an MFP. You know, my average host earns about $115 in free products, plus gets like 4 half-priced items. So think about keeping the fun going. How does holding a party sound for you or your friends? We'll make it simple and fun. I have 2 openings right now. The reason why that is key, you want to, and I do this different, so that's their choice. I'm going to tell you mine. So when I'm sitting at my full service checkout with a guest, I'm going to say, so did you have fun tonight? And then I usually will say, okay, what was your favorite part besides me? Just because it's my personality, it works. So make it as comfortable as you want for you. But I'll say, you know, was there anything about the Pampered Chef business that interests you? Maybe making some extra money, going on some of those free trips. If they say, you know what, no, I'm not interested, I say, that's fine. You know, I'll make all the money. Totally works for me. I said, you know, well, were you interested in getting some friends together for a fun cooking show of your own? And then I start giving her ideas. You know, we can do salads and sangria. We can do fajitas and margaritas. Oh my gosh, I have the best recipe for a Mexican chicken lasagna. We could do a Mexican fiesta night. So I'm planting all of these ideas with her. So then she goes, oh, you know what? That does sound fun. Let's do fajitas and margaritas. I know my girlfriends would go for margaritas. And I say, okay, perfect. What usually works for you? A weeknight or a weekend? Because I know what I have available, and 9 times out of 10, someone tells me they want a weekend. So I look at my calendar and I say, oh, you know what? My weekends are the very first thing to go. The next time I can get you in on a weekend is going to be Saturday, June 11th at 6:30. Now, I would love to pamper with you earlier than that. Would a weeknight work? You know, like a Monday through Friday. Oh, I don't really know if my friends can come. Well, you know what? We can pencil in a date. Check with your friends tomorrow. I'll give you a call in 2 days, and we'll just make sure that date works. Typically, you pick a date that works with you, and your friends will either come or not come. So we'll just work with who's there. And then I'll have them pencil in a date. I'll go ahead and start planning the whole night with them there, because then they're excited. And when they go to talk to their friends tomorrow and say, hey, I went to this Pampered Chef party last night and I'm going to do one. Would you come? The first thing that their friend is going to say, yeah, sure. When is it? That's why you want to get the date on your calendar when you're at your show. Even if it's just in pencil on your calendar, and of course, people want to party with busy people. So set your schedule for what you want. And I do want to share my screen with you because, so I'm going to see if this works, because there is a really, really crucial thing where you want to get 2 bookings from every show. And if you guys have not seen this training before, it is absolutely amazing, and it's kind of really eye-opening. I always say, I always let my hosts know too, I need 2 bookings from every show. 1 booking is to sustain my business, to keep it going right where it's been going. The second booking is to grow my business. So when you think about having your 2 shows booked from every show, one's to sustain, one's to grow your business. So I'm going to share my screen and see how bad. Oh, look, I can just share it with you with my, okay, share screen. Okay, so now you guys are going to have to unmute so you can tell me if you can see this. Can you see this okay? Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, can you see it big? It's all squiggly. It's loading.
Squiggly.
Yeah, it's loading. All right, so this right here is called a it's a 2x2 bookings. So I'm going to resume my slideshow. Okay, so and it's probably going to take a little bit to read because I'm sharing from one screen to the other. So this one here on the left-hand side is going to be when you book 2 shows from every show. And the right hand is going to show you if you only book 1 party from every show. So when you're looking at month 1, and we're going to look at this for like a 4-month period. So in month 1, you have 6 shows on your calendar. It's a great show month, but you have 2 cancellations because life happens, and you want to kind of work with these numbers anyways. So when you're looking at this, you're going to hold 4 shows. Out of those 4 shows held, you're going to get 2 bookings from every show. That gives you 8 new shows. Okay, you guys catch that? All right, so if we had that same thing, we have 6 shows dated, but we only have 1 booking from every show, minus our 2 cancellation gives us 4 shows held. 4 shows held times 1 booking only gives us 4 shows. Okay, so that's not bad. If you're looking at 8 shows in 1 month, that's a great month. If you're looking at 4 shows, maybe that's all you're wanting to do. Month 1 would not be terrible for you. But then we go on to month 2. So now month 2 takes the 8 shows we booked minus our 2 cancellations, gives us 6 shows held. Our 6 shows are going to have 2 bookings each. That puts us at 12 new shows. That's a great month. Yay, we want 12 new shows. All right, so if we're only doing 1 booking from every show in month 2, we have 4 shows that were dated, 2 canceled. We have 2 left. We only have 1 show booked from each. We only have 2 new shows. Now, if your goal is to grow a business, grow a team, these 2 shows are not going to do it for you. So now it's kind of looking a little scary over here with the 1 booking from every show. So we go on to month 3. Month 3 with our 2 bookings from every show, we have 12 shows dated. We have 2 cancellations. It gives us 10 shows held. Times our 2 bookings, we have 20 new shows. So when you're having that mentality, you need to book 2 shows from every show, it's going to grow your calendar to where maybe you don't want to hold 20 shows, which is crazy, and you should not ever probably do that unless you're crazy like me. That's a lot of shows. So if you're not wanting to do that, that number's scary, but just know they don't all have to be in 1 month. You could have 20 shows over the next 3 months that book, and that only gives you like 7, 8 shows a month. All right, so that is your month 3. You've got 20 new shows dated. So now you're at month 3 at 1 booking from every show. You have 2 shows dated. You had both of them cancel. You have a big fat goose egg, 0 shows held. So what does that do for month 4? Month 4, doing your 2 shows from every show, you're going to have 32 new shows that you're going to be able to book from. And this one has a little bit higher cancellation rate because you have a lot more shows on the calendar. And I will tell you that that is actually legit. I had 18 parties on my schedule for April. I had 3 canceled this weekend. So 20 shows and 4 cancellations is pretty realistic to give you your 16 shows held. And then when you're looking at your month 4 with, hold on, let me get back over here. When you get your month 4 with 1 booking from every show, you're out of business. You know, so when you're looking at that and you're going, okay, maybe that's why I don't have any shows on my calendar right now. I haven't been getting bookings from my show. And this guy is huge to be able to visualize it and see what you need to work on at your shows. So if you are not a strong person who books at your shows, find someone that's nearby you that is, so you can go and observe a show. Because when you watch how someone else does it and you see and you kind of put into practice how easy it is to do, then it's something that you'll find a little bit easier to implement in your own shows. And if you are doing and I just stopped sharing with you. But is that a good visual? Your 2 bookings? I can post that on the board if you guys need it. But you should also be able, I think it's also on Consultant Corner, if you type in the 2 bookings from every show. So I know we are running a little low on time because we only have 40 minutes for free. But what I want you guys to do for your homework is there is an audio training, and they changed the name of it, so I'm going to look it up because I should have done that earlier, and I apologize. I got a little sunburn today instead. But there are some, are you guys familiar with our training center online where you can actually go and listen to the audio trainings only? If you hover over training and resources, let me see if I can pull it up, and then I can share it with you. If you hover over training and resources, there is a drop down that says audio trainings where you can listen to those when you're in the car. You can listen to them when you're at the gym. You can listen to them if you're going for a run. Mine's taking too long to pull up. But there's a ton of audio trainings on there, and one of them is, a couple of them are about booking shows and how to book while you're out and about and how to book at your shows. So take the time this week, over the next 2 weeks before we meet again, to take some of the online training. If you have not been to Pampered Chef University yet and taking the bookings course, I highly, highly recommend it. Even if you've already taken the course, maybe it's been a few weeks, take it again, because the more you hear and learn, the more it's going to become your own way of doing it, and it's a little bit better for you. So again, practice your booking lines for your welcome or for your big group hello, for your guest interaction while they're working with the products, for your closing, and for your shop and share. And if you have someone locally to you that you can go and observe a strong sellers show, or someone who is booking parties at their parties, you can go and observe a show. I highly recommend it. If you guys are in Central Florida area, you're welcome to come visit me anytime. I kind of have fun at my shows. And I do try to make it easy regardless of what, is Susie on here? No. Regardless of what Susie says, I do try to make my show really easy. Okay, we have about 6 minutes left before they're going to cut us off. Does anyone have any questions for me before I assign homework?
Can I fly in and see your show, Christine?
Sure. Anytime you're in Florida, just let me know. I will book a party just for you, Lisa.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I was supposed to be having Miss Tiffany over there come observe me all the way from California, and then she bailed. I know, she has a new baby. She'll be coming soon enough, whatever. And I get to hold the baby. But yes, so find someone, or take the online training, find someone locally to you that you can go and observe. I don't know that I might be able to see if I can get someone to record one of my shows, but I'm a little spastic. You guys might not want to see that. Any questions about bookings? No? You guys good? Okay, so your homework is going to be to listen to one of the audio trainings. They're MP3 files when you go on Consultants Corner, training and resources, and then go to the audio training, listen to one of the trainings, and I'm going to give you your options because I'm pulling it up right now, on booking shows. So when you go under training, it's training audios is the drop down that they actually changed it to now. And they are going to be, oh, they took it away. That's my sad face. Okay. All right, we're gonna change it. We're gonna do with the prospecting, since they took away the bookings one. So under prospecting, there is 3 different audio trainings. One is 3 a day. That one is about doing your actual 3 contacts a day. Those are on the phone contacts, in-person contacts, Facebook, text message, email does not count. So if you have 42 minutes, listen to that one. Booths build businesses. If you're looking for a way to build your business with people that you don't already know, that's a great one to listen to, because it talks about how to get people to your booth, how to follow up with them. And then the third one that you can listen to in that audio file is Out and About, Contacts Made Easy. That would go along well with our other part of the homework for the week, which is going to be to make 15 contacts this week between now and next Tuesday, and then follow up on that director bound page. Make 15 contacts this week outside of a show. So you can plan a power hour where you sit down and you make those calls in 1 hour. You can keep track of your 15 contacts when you're at the gym, when you're at the doctor's office, when you are visiting your sister, whatever. 15 contacts for the week, and then practicing your opening. You can take this entire script on the cooking party outline and hold these cards word for word at your show and just flip them. How easy is that? They give you everything you need. So that is your homework and the information that I have for you guys. The next call that we have is going to be on April, I'm just double checking. It's going to be on April 5th at 9 p.m. and we are going to be talking about host coaching. So be sure to come with notes ready if you need help in that area, or if it's something that you want to get stronger with, and how to have those successful parties consistently. Then we'll be able to talk to you more about that. You guys good?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm going to stop the recording. We got like 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. I did good. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.